Hi guys, welcome back to 00 Garage, and today I've got a dead Ford Ranchero. It just won't start at all, so I've narrowed it down to a 50-50 chance of either the starting solenoid or the starter motor. And of course, replacing the starting solenoid is going to fix it. Probably not. We're going replacing the starting solenoid. Now, for those of you who haven't done one before, because I know there's an awful lot of fellas out there, and probably a few female fellas as well that have done, it's a fairly simple process. There's 4 connections to take off, and it's as simple as that. Make sure your battery's disconnected when you're doing this, but without further ado, we'll get on and we'll start replacing this, and then we'll see if it'll start. Right, so we've got on the side of the starting solenoid here, that one goes to the starter motor, this one goes to the ignition. No, I'm telling a lie, that one goes to the battery, this one goes to the starter motor. So all we need to do is take those 2 terminals off, take that one off there, and then take these 2 off here and swap it over with the new one. So it's fairly straightforward. So before I do anything, I'm going to just loosen off these connections. Just to make it that little bit easier to swap everything over. And if you're not quite sure what you're doing with this kind of electricals on a car, then the simple process is to loosen everything that you need to loosen, and then just do a straightforward swap with the new one when you get the new one bolted in place, which is what I'm going to be doing here, just to let you see how simple this can be. So they're all finger tight now, and then simply a case of taking these ones out. Now these are tech screws, so there's no nuts on the other side of the wing to worry about. What we do need to make sure of though is there's a good connection underneath these 2 for the earth to work on the electricals. So that's your first one out. It feels a bit gritty under there, so it may well be there's not that good a connection underneath. So this is all loose now, so it's just a case of lifting that off there, and we'll move it out of the way for a minute or 2. Now this bit here needs to be nice and clean for a good earth. Gives that a little bit of a wire brushing there, and then with some ordinary sandpaper, any grit you prefer really. And then all we need is the new starting solenoid to go on. Now this was supplied by Rock Auto, who of course are absolutely brilliant. And that just sits on there exactly where it was the previous one was. Right, so just get that started thread in there and pick the one up that I dropped. Right, so that's the one picked up that I dropped. So that's a nice tight fit on there, and then it's simply a case of swapping these over. So what we'll do is just take the nut off one side, being careful not to lose it, then take the washer off, and the first terminal comes off, the second one comes off and just goes straight on there. we'll put that one on, and the washer goes back on, and the nut. And then this little clip here just pulls off, goes back onto there, and the same on the far side with the connections. So the nut comes off, the washer comes off, two connections come off, and then they go straight back on there with the washer and the nut. And then they're ready to tighten up on both sides. Now you want them nice and tight, but not so tight that you break anything or bend anything. So it's a nice tight connection with everything. That's all as it should be. We've got the clean earth, and that, fellas and fellaresses, is how you change a starting solenoid. It's not the starting solenoid, must be the starter motor. Right, well, we'll fiddle around with the starter motor at a different time and get that filmed. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.